Hi, this is Dr. Fab Mancini, and I'm so excited about this week's video because we're going to be talking about how to change toxic people and conversations. You know, one of the things that I've realized is that we are surrounded by a lot of toxicity. And now we know in our health that we have a lot of toxic foods that we eat. We also know that we're breathing air and the environment is very toxic. But I'm talking about something else here. I'm talking about our internal toxicity. In fact, the new neuroscience have said that the average human being has somewhere around 60,000 thoughts a day, and around 80% of those thoughts are negative in nature. So can you imagine going through your day, going through your life with all that toxicity inside of you, all that internal dialogue that is really shaping you to who you are today? So I'm going to share with you 4 different tips of things that I have discovered that really work in helping you shift that in your life, to be able to go from negativity to positivity, to be able to go from toxicity to something that's really constructive and nurturing in your life. Would you like to hear about that? Because I want what's best for you. You know, every single day I wake up just hoping that this day is going to be a better day than the one yesterday. And understanding that how I think and how I behave are the 2 determining factors that will allow me to create that in my life or not. So here are the 4 things that I want you to be aware of. I want you to be excited about and hopefully begin to implement in your life every single day. The first one is you can't change the people permanently, but you can change them for the moment. You know, one of the things that I realize is in whatever relationship you're in right now, you set the tone as to how you want that relationship to be. See, I discovered this early in my life, especially when I went to college, because I grew up with parents that were not in favor of using profanity around each other. So we were not allowed to use any bad words in my house. And then I realized that when I was in college, I had a lot of friends that were using bad words, but then I happened to share with them that I didn't feel comfortable with that. I happened to walk away whenever I saw people were being negative or talking about other people. And that began to change the behavior. I began to realize that if my friends really wanted to be with me, they were not going to behave in that way in my presence. So I want to make sure that you understand what is important to you. And I want to make sure that in the people that you have in your life, that you share with them what is important to you, and that you don't want to spend any more time on negativity and toxicity in your life, that you want to really have productive time with them, constructive time with them, time that is going to allow them to be able to not only be better themselves, but for you to be better yourself. So now remember, I don't expect you to think that you're going to change anyone for the rest of their life, but I do want you to understand that there are things that you can do to change it for the moment, to give yourself an opportunity to not be in that presence. And worst case scenario, you can always walk away. Walk away from that toxicity that is draining you. Walk away from that toxicity that is making you so depressed that you don't know what else to do. That's not the answer to be out there taking antidepressants every single day. When I see the statistics of how many people in the world are taking antidepressants, it's depressing because so many people depend on that pill to be able to make them happy when all they have to do is change the environment that they're in, or at least be able to change it for the moment with the people that they're with. The second thing is I want to make sure that you have your friends in check. You know, anytime that you have your friends around you, I want to make sure that you let them know what is it that you would like your relationship to be with them. You need to let them know what your values are. You need to let them know what kind of relationship, what kind of environment you want to create for yourself and for them. You got to let them know what kind of activities are the activities that you are into. I want you to know that your friends want to pretty much please you. They want to be with you. They want to be able to hang around with you and share that time with you. And many times I find is that we hold back, especially when we have those friends that are a little overwhelming. The ones that come across a little bit too strong and we feel like we have to retract and just let them be. But in reality, you really don't have to do that. All you have to do is be able to, when the time is appropriate and privately, go to them and say, listen, I just don't feel comfortable when you behave this way. Or I don't feel comfortable when I hear you say things like this. And then you'll be surprised that they will thank you for that. You see, we grew up with parents many times that did that for us. Now, I'm not saying that all of us did that, right? we all did not grow up with parents that were perfect. But we do, most of us grew up with parents that were always wanted us to behave in a better way. Maybe even a better way that they behave because they wanted more from us than they got for themselves. So what I'm telling you is that your friends will appreciate if you keep them in check. The third thing that I want to share with you is that I want you to select your friends. I want you to be able to be around the people where you can truly be yourself. I want to be able to understand that the people that you choose in your life, the people that you spend time with, are the people that you're going to become like. So understand, Jim Rohn said it probably best than anyone else. You are the sum of the 5 people you surround yourself with. So understand that you get to select the people in your life. And don't select the people that are toxic. You know, one day I had a student at Parker where I was the president of that university, and she came in to borrow more money from financial aid. And I said, well, what happened? And I said, well, I just moved into town. I was a little bit lonely. I met this guy at a bar. 2 weeks later, the guy was moving in with me. A month later, he stole everything I had in my house. And I said, well, what possessed you? He said, well, Fab, I was just lonely. That was a toxic relationship. Well, when you think about it, how many of us are really in toxic relationships, in relationships that are really not for our benefit, that are not allowing us to be ourselves, that are not allowing us to truly be our best version of ourselves, to truly wake up every day and be able to feel completely comfortable in the people that you surround yourself with. So ask yourself and check with yourself, does this person allow me to be who I am? Can I truly be myself? Can I tell them what I'm really thinking, or do I have to hold myself back? Can I really enjoy myself fully instead of trying to pretend I'm something I'm not? You see, many people out here, we're wearing masks in our relationships. We're wearing this mask of someone we really are not. And we pretend things that are okay. And we just don't, or we ignore them. But I want you to know, all of that builds up, and all that toxicity doesn't allow you to be and express yourself authentically. And that's one of the requirements in order to succeed in life, in order to be happy in life, is you gotta be authentic. And you gotta start with yourself. So first, begin with yourself. Make an inventory of all your friends. See which friends give you energy or which ones take it away. Which ones can you be comfortable with? Which ones you have to pretend to be something you're not? Which ones actually depress you? And which ones make you happy? And then begin to be selective and spend more time with the ones that are more positive, and you're gonna be able to see a tremendous difference in the way that you have these relationships in your life. And the last thing is, I want you to also hang around people that support you and support your values and your ideas. You know, I already said that we can select the friends that we have, but also I want you to know that you can select the places that you're working at. I want you to know that you can select the careers that you're in. Select the coworkers that you hang around with. You know, you can either surround yourself with negative people, with toxic people, or you can surround yourself with the people that are more productive, more positive, more uplifting. Because regardless of what you choose, just understand that that will be your reality. It doesn't have to be somebody else's reality. It's your reality because you're choosing them. So I want you to start paying attention and looking for people. In fact, you know, I want you to write 10 affirmations, 10 positive statements that you say to yourself every single day. And I want you to memorize them. I want you to memorize them, and I want you to be able to repeat it to yourself every single day. And I want you to understand that you have the opportunity to do that. You see, affirmations help us change our subconscious mind. It reprograms our brain. It allows us to act as if we're something else until we can actually live to that potential. So 10 affirmations is your homework. I want you to write them down, positive things, like you can say, I only attract positive people in my life. You know, I wake up and I'm happy every single day and the environment that I created for myself. I let go of negative relationships and attract new ones that are better and more fulfilling in my life. But whatever the affirmation is, make it yours. Make it whatever you want your reality to be. And I promise you that if you do these 4 steps, you're going to have an opportunity to truly remove these toxic people in your life and the toxic negative thoughts in your life and be able to attract something even better. So let's review the 4 things. The first one is understand that you can't change people permanently, but you can change them for that moment just by addressing anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. The second one is keep your friends in check. Make sure that you let them know what are the things that are important to you and what are the things that you're not comfortable with. Then I also want you to write, 10 things, 10 affirmations that I want you to memorize and say them to yourself every single day. Repeat them with other people, and that you'll begin to recognize that now you're attracting the positive people and the positive conversations and less toxicity. And then I want you to hang out and be selective with the people that you truly can be yourself with, the people that you can truly express yourself with. If you do these 4 things, I can tell you right now that you're going to have such an amazing life, and you're going to truly know how to change the toxic people and conversations that are keeping you from being the best version of you, from being as successful as you were designed to be, if you do these 4 things. If you like this video, I want you to register right now for my YouTube channel. Every single week, I'm going to be sending you a new video that's going to be uplifting, that's going to give you some great insight, all in a short amount of time, but very factual evidence and factual information that you can implement immediately to make your lives better. I also want to make sure that you click here and get free products. I'm constantly putting new products that will allow you to benefit from all the stuff that I've created and all the content that I have to help you be the best that you can be. Also, you can then click on my website. Just go to my website and you can put your name and email address, and you'll get my newsletters. You're also going to get a lot of my updates on events, conversations, information that I'm going to share with you. Many times I do special interviews with very famous people. You get access to that, but those are the places that you can get it. And then lastly, I want you to follow me in Facebook and Twitter primarily. I want to make sure that we stay connected. I do answer all my emails and all my social media postings. So I want you to know that I will continue to communicate with you. And I want to be a part of this journey. I'm so honored, and I want to thank you. Thank you for continuing to watch these videos, to sharing it with as many people as you can so they can better their lives, and encourage them to come and watch these videos, because I'm going to be giving it to them just like I am to you, with the hopes that this will make a difference in your life. Well, thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to share with you our next video. And again, I want you to live fully. I want you to love openly, and I want you to make a difference today, because you can, and you deserve it. I'll see you soon.